Good evening. As 143 Jamaicans were honored at yesterday's National Heroes Day Awards ceremony held at King's House, the number of women that were awarded made history, as this is the first time that so many women received national honors at an award ceremony. Heading the list is Emmy Award-winning actress Cheryl Lee Ralph, as well as one of the longest-serving female members of Parliament for over 25 years, Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport Olivia Grange. They were both presented with the Order of Jamaica, OJ. Mrs. Ralph was one of 10 recipients awarded with the nation's fifth highest honor, the Order of Jamaica, OJ, which is bestowed upon citizens of outstanding distinction. Other awardees include five-time world champion Shelley Ann Fraser-Price and late business stalwart and founder of the Jamaica Money Market Brokers Limited, JMMB, Joan Duncan. The globally acclaimed actress Cheryl Lee Ralph was awarded for her sterling contribution to the international film industry as an actress and a cultural ambassador for Jamaica. Mrs. Ralph, in response to her award, had this to say.
The Order of Jamaica, is the icing on the cake. I thought it was a feeling of elation when I won the Emmy, but to be conferred with the Order of Jamaica, my mother having been conferred Order of Distinction, Ivy Ralph, OD, we say original diva.
That's
although
right.
We know it's original, it's Order of Distinction, and I feel so proud. And pictures have been posted already, and the way people are responding throughout Jamaica, across the Caribbean, has been phenomenal.
Yes.
I mean, this is, they say there's a reason, a season, and a time.
Yes.
Well, I am in my season, and I am reaping the benefits of love. And I'm just so thrilled, and I'm thank you to the minister for every part that she played in organizing such an amazing event, and I'm just blessed and thankful and truly grateful. I mean, it's really wonderful.
Meanwhile, Minister Grange was recognized for her sterling contribution to cultural development and political administration in Jamaica. Minister Grange, affectionately called Babsy, has been the Member of Parliament for St. Catherine Central since 1997 and is an ardent promoter of Jamaica's creative and cultural industries. She expressed how it made her feel to receive such recognition.
Well, I'm accustomed to being the one behind the scene,
Yes.
organizing things. So you can imagine how overwhelmed I am. I'm trying to keep calm.
I understand.
And I'm sort of looking at everybody and smiling, but it's an emotional time for me in so many ways, because I was surprised when I was told that I was one of the honorees. I missed one meeting, and when I came back for it was decided. But what I'm also very happy about, very proud about, is the first so many women have been honored with the Order of Jamaica at one national award ceremony. And it's the 60th anniversary of our independence. So it speaks volume to the role our women have played.
Yes.
And our diaspora, because Cheryl Lee Ralph is seen as a member of the Jamaican diaspora. There are more Jamaicans living abroad than living ayard, right? And so it's the greater Jamaica, the Commonwealth of Jamaica. And I just want to congratulate everyone, and particularly the ladies who were honored as the Minister of Gender. And to say that it's great when you serve your country,
Yes.
and you're recognized. It's great when you love your country,
Yes.
and you put your heart and soul into making your country look good and your people feel good. And when they in turn say thank you in this way, it's a touching experience.
Chief of Defense Staff Rear Admiral Antoinette Weems-Gorman was bestowed with the Order of Distinction in the rank of Commander for her distinguished service to the Jamaica Defense Force. Sharika Jackson, the second fastest 200-meter female sprinter of all time, and Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jacqueline Bisaser McKenzie, who has been pivotal in the island's fight against COVID-19, were also among the 30 Jamaicans who were bestowed with the Order of Distinction honor. Dr. Bisaser McKenzie, in speaking with the press, had this to say regarding her award.
This symbolizes the nation's recognition of the tremendous work that the health team has put in over the last 2.5 years, and I'm very happy to receive this award on behalf of all the members of the health team. It's sometimes rough in the health sector, but you know, we turn up to work every day, regardless of what is happening, and we do the work regardless of what is happening. So to receive the recognition and the honor, it's extremely motivating, and I really want to encourage all the health team members. You know, your work has been recognized. We've spent quite a bit of time at the Ministry of Health recognizing the work of persons at all levels, and I think this is the ultimate recognition, and I really want to encourage the members of the team to be so motivated. And I really just want to say that I'm really happy to see that there were several other members of the health team that received awards today, and to offer my own congratulations to them all.
Dancehall artist Agent Sasco, given name Jeffrey Campbell, was among 35 recipients of the Order of Distinction, OD, in the rank of officer. Also, a total of 9 Jamaicans received the badges for gallantry. That list includes 7 civilians and 2 policemen. In other news tonight, opposition leader Mark Golding is questioning the rationale behind the decision to evict residents of the informal settlement at Pleasant Hill in Loidas Vale, St. Catherine. The residents were recently reportedly served with eviction notices by the Commissioner of Lands and have been given until December 6 of this year to relocate, despite their claims that they have been occupying the property for decades. Mr. Golding, who visited the area and met with the residents on the weekend, said it is unfortunate that 65 families were asked to leave when they have been living there for decades.
It didn't sound right to me. So having spoken to everybody that I've spoken to here, it is apparent that this is an area where people have been living from birth. Some of them have 4 parents who were there before. This is land that the government of Michael Manley made an arrangement with Worthy Park to acquire for the people. The people were making payments over time until about 1989, when they were told to stop making payments because the land was going to be surveyed and a new system was going to be worked out. And now, in 2022, out of the blue, these notices have been issued. In fact, I'm told that before COVID, applications were made by residents to acquire the land because they wanted to formalize their status and they want to get title.
So true.
They have been many of these people go on farm work and earn a little money and have been building their houses and homes for themselves and their families. And this has been going on for many, many years. It is frankly unbelievable that a government agency would treat a community, 65 families, in such a way, out of the blue to serve them notices, at a time when things are so hard anyway, and life is so tough with prices being so high and everything else. To go stress out the people now by giving them these notices that they must leave. Leave and go where? They're all from here. We're in a deep rural area. This is not like somewhere in Kingston where people come from all over Jamaica to settle. This is a community which has been here for many, many years, and the people are born and grow here.
And it's ancestral land.
Ancestral land.
Yeah.
Mr. Golding said residents have expressed a willingness to formalize their living arrangements and should be given an opportunity to purchase the lands for a fair value.
My understanding is that the people would like to formalize their arrangements with the land. They are willing to acquire the land for a fair value, and they want to get their titles for their land. And this is the way it should go.
Yeah.
I do not understand what is the thinking behind these notices. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't see why any government would want to do such a thing. So we are going to make inquiries about that to find out what they're really thinking.
So true.
And if necessary, we'll have to take other forms of action.
So true, sir.
Because you cannot,
true.
a landowner cannot stand by and watch people put their blood, sweat, and tears on all their earnings, investing in houses, and then when the houses are at an advanced stage, come and say, oh, well, in fact, we want the land. Come on. No. The law does not allow that.
It doesn't work like
that. And there's So whether it be the Constitution or whether it be the common law, you have a right, and the government must respect that right.
So true, sir.
And we intend to ensure that that happens.
We will bring you more on this developing story in subsequent newscasts. In news from Montego Bay, the St. James Police are investigating a shooting incident involving a law enforcement officer who was attacked by a woman. It has been reported that sometime yesterday on St. James Street, a policeman was stabbed in the face and neck by the woman. Further reports are that the policeman then fired at the woman, hitting her. It's understood the woman and the policeman did not receive life-threatening injuries. A video circulating on social media shows the policeman exiting a building holding his face, his shirt soaked in blood. The policeman also had a gun in his hand. It's understood the policeman, who is a constable attached to the St. James Police Division, is on interdiction. He was wearing civilian attire at the time of the incident. We will bring you more on this story in subsequent newscasts. The Westmoreland Police have reported that a man who is the prime suspect in a series of rape incidents involving minor schoolgirls was apprehended during an operation conducted at a premises along Nonpareil Road in Negril, Westmoreland on the weekend. The police have not yet released the identity of the suspect, but pointed out that their investigations have revealed that he has also committed similar rape offenses in Clarendon and was reporting on condition of bail in Westmoreland. Commanding officer for the parish of Westmoreland, Senior Superintendent Wayne Joseph, commended the police on the swift arrest of the suspect following the most recent incident of rape.
On Tuesday, the 11th of October, earlier this week, it was featured on social media where a man was traveling around in a black SUV and abducting and raping schoolgirls. Now, diligent investigations on the part of the Westmoreland CIB led to them identifying who the suspect is, and swift follow-up action led to them arresting him earlier today at his home in Nonpareil Road in Negril, and the vehicle which he was using to perpetrate these crimes was also found. Of course, he was taking steps to disguise the vehicle by removing some of the parts of the vehicle. He was supposed to report on condition of bail at the Negril police station for a similar offense that he has been charged and is before the court. And he went before the court and was given bail on this matter. And it only supports the argument that we have been putting out there, that a number of the persons committing criminal offenses out there are persons who have been charged for similar offenses, go before the court and are given bail, and they just return to to where they left off. Now, I just want to take this opportunity just to tell the public that we, the police, are very active in engagement, with the schools, where we have school resource officers and we are having meetings in the schools, and we just want to continue just to get the message out there to students that if they can walk in groups. Don't allow any strangers to engage them in conversations. And we just want the parents just to reiterate this thing, get the message to them, the teachers and everybody, that our students can be much safer. And we also want to ask adults, even if it's not your children, look out for the children, because it takes a village to raise a child. So just look out for the children. If you see any strange activities out there, get involved. And I just want to commend the Westmoreland Police for the swift action in taking this dangerous culprit off the streets, so that at least we are sure that he cannot commit another offense like that tonight out there.
He also assured members of the public that the Westmoreland Police are very active in engagement with the schools, where they have school resources, officers, and meetings in the schools. This in order to get the message out to students that it is much safer to walk in groups when walking to and from schools, and they should not engage strangers in any form of conversation. The most recent incident occurred last Tuesday when a 12-year-old student from the parish was abducted and raped, allegedly by the same suspect. He is expected to face a series of identification parades during the course of this week and will face trial for his case pending in Clarendon. Continuing with the news tonight, law enforcement officers assigned to the St. Catherine South Police Division arrested 2 men with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition following the seizure of a Ruger pistol and 9 rounds of ammunition in Bridgeport, St. Catherine yesterday. Reports from the Portmore Police coming into our news center tonight are that at about 4:05 a.m., law enforcement officers were on an operation at a premises in the community when the firearm and ammunition were found. Both men who occupied the premises were taken into custody. However, their identities are being withheld pending further investigations. 29-year-old O'Shane Nevin of Minard Hill, Brownstown in St. Anne was charged with murder and wounding with intent following an incident in Discovery Bay in the parish on October 11. Reports from the Discovery Bay police are that at about 8 a.m., a woman and the deceased, 27-year-old Kendrick Dixon of Rocky Point in Clarendon, were at home when they were attacked by Nevin, who stabbed them several times. The police were alerted and both victims were transported to the hospital, where Dixon was pronounced dead and the woman admitted. An investigation was launched, and on Sunday, Nevin was charged after a question and answer interview was conducted in the presence of his attorney. Still tonight, the Companies Office of Jamaica is urging businesses and company owners with entities that are no longer in operation to update their records with the agency as soon as possible. Acting Chief Executive Officer Shelley Leon says the move is part of efforts to remove businesses and companies from the agency's registry. Ms. Leon noted that the agency is extending its COVID-19 relief program until January 2023 to allow for the removals at an affordable cost.
Several persons who registered businesses, and those businesses have several renewal periods that they would normally have to renew, then pay for closure. The relief will allow you to simply only renew for one period and pay the closure fee. So it's significantly reduced cost. So it applies to local companies, it applies to overseas companies, and it applies to businesses.
And those are the stories making news. I am Shelley Hill. Do stay safe, pleasant viewing, and thanks for watching.